Hello, my name is Mike Davis. I'm a math instructor at GCC, and I also work on a grant at GCC that's sponsoring an exciting new opportunity for you to gain work-based learning opportunity and to get your hands onto a project where you work with an employer to solve a problem that the business is facing. This new program is called Team Internships at GCC, and over the next 15 minutes or so, I'm just going to tell you about the details of the program. First up, the structure of the team internships. So before I get into exactly what you would do in it, I want to tell you a little bit about what you need to be able to commit to in the spring semester. So the team internships will be structured. There will be 8 sessions that you'll do every week. It's a total of 24 hours of work, and you are paid for this internship at $15 an hour as a GCC student worker to complete all of these sessions. The team internship will start on February 22nd, 2022. And then all sessions from then on are held on Tuesdays from 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock p.m. With that in mind, it ends on April 12th with a final presentation. All of the sessions will be held on campus in person, and there won't be any option for virtual participation. The team internship program is going to connect you to a real problem that a business is grappling with. And it's not like a regular traditional one-on-one internship. Often you've heard about an internship where you maybe have to do a coffee run or answer phones. This is a lot different than that. You work in teams, so up to 25 interns will be part of this program, and you'll be put into a team of 4 to 5 students. When you're working on this, you work on you emulate how work is done in the real business world. So you're working in teams, you're working with each other to solve problems, and hopefully this will be a rich, fulfilling experience for both you and the employer that will be involved in this. To get a better idea of what this actually looks like, I'm going to show you a quick video that's been based off of how team internships have been run at other colleges in the past. This program at other colleges was called Makermatic, and so you might see that as we go through, but I'm going to play you this video and then we'll talk a little bit more about the details.
There are a lot of models for internships out there, but this is a highly experimental model, which is a collective collaboration. And so what I'm seeing is that this is really pulling them together to work together. And since we have one singular client, it's really pulling focus.
We're here at Makermatic, attempting to bridge the gap between the student and the business leadership that exists within the community in a method that can be scaled with many students being affected by understanding the local business needs.
On day 1, students met Pat Crane, software engineer and data science manager for The Shop, the innovation lab for VSP Global, the largest vision insurance provider in the country. Pat talked about the type of work he does at VSP and then delivered the business challenge to the students. He explained that he and his team currently work on this business challenge, and the work the students do during Makermatic has the potential to impact their decisions in a unique way. In true design thinking fashion, students generate problems with the purpose of thinking wide in order to narrow in on the right questions to solve. On day 2, students begin to sort and rank the problems. They practice empathizing with the main persona, putting themselves in the shoes of the user, and gaining insight on the functional and emotional needs of this persona.
I like the fact that do critical thinking to the point where it's like not so much straightforward and how do you think and solve your problems.
And it was really cool because first what they did was they looked through the main persona, but beyond the main persona, they started identifying all the other potential personas are relevant actors within the ecosystem, which is a crucial component when you're trying to ideate and problem solve.
On day 3, 4, and 5, students work in teams to narrow the problem definition and produce solutions that range from highly feasible to extremely imaginative.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. Okay, so how can we do this on top of that? Or I like that. So let's elaborate on that.
So right now we're trying to finalize our last steps, getting everybody in their roles. Pretty much the day before like our big presentation. So right now it's like the nitty gritty, getting it all out. Any type of ideas, incorporating, taking things out. So it's just kind of doing the outline of everything before we actually present it.
On presentation day, teams pitch their final solutions to the business leaders.
We did hear several things that were really interesting. And the reason we chose this design challenge is because it's a real challenge for us that we're working on and we will be working on.
It was very refreshing for me to attend last Tuesday and hear these brand new ideas. There was at least, I would say, at least 4 or 5 of things that I had never considered, never heard before, and really inspired me. And I think will hopefully inspire our executives and the project to continue.
To me, like the experience is very educational. Is a challenge. It's something that I can use even when I go home. I'm still thinking like VSP, what can I do? It's like, it's just crazy. Like even be able to talk about it and people know what it is. So for me, it's helping me as a student, as a coming up business owner as well. Like how an idea can really turn from nothing to something. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's like an opportunity that I'm glad I didn't miss.
It opens new pathways and just new perspectives for people.
For this group to spend half the time that, business professionals spend on this and who are in the industry to come up with fresh ideas, I was actually impressed that there were as many as there were that were new to us.
Having someone that you're designing for and you're solving a problem and getting clear on that. So it sounds so simple, but it's really hard. And if they walked away with that as one lesson from this phase of it, super valuable.
Life-changing.
Yeah.
As a result of this process, business leaders have the opportunity to select or combine solutions to their business challenge. Students were able to connect to the challenge and meet business leaders and entrepreneurs in their community, ultimately impacting their path in education and future career goals.
All right, so that's a little bit of an overview. Again, that was done by a different college, and so our program will be slightly different here at GCC. But to just talk a little bit more about the details, right now we're holding informational sessions to get people involved and tell them about what the program is. As soon as we get done with this presentation, we'll give you a link to an application where you can apply. Applications are going to be going on for the next month and into January. And then we'll be doing a selection process for the finalists to actually get you hired as student workers and into the program. As I mentioned, if you are selected as an intern, you're employed as a student worker and you must maintain professional conduct. So that means showing up on time, no absences, a good work ethic, collegiality with working with your peers. It's one pre-internship training session where you'll have maybe some dinner with your teammates, get to know your teammates, and then you'll have 7 structured sessions for a total of 24 hours. And we'll be doing some pre-surveys and post-surveys to kind of see how you enjoyed the program. Who should participate? We're looking for anyone. We're looking for people who are really starting their academic careers at GCC. So right now we're targeting first-year students and especially students that are in the first-year experience program, but we're also looking outside of that. We're looking at the students that are participating in the student equity learning communities, but we're also expanding beyond that as well. So if you don't satisfy either one of those, it's okay, you can still apply. You don't need any particular expertise, and there's no prior coursework required. You can be any major you want. The whole idea of this is that you're bringing your perspective, your experience, and your interests into a team of people to have a conversation around it. You don't need to have any prior work experience. The application you might see some stuff for prior work experience, but we're just doing that to gather some information, but you actually don't need it. All you have to do is bring your perspective, your culture, your ideas, and you got to be willing to engage in teams and work collaboratively with your peers to come up with solutions to the business challenge. You also must be willing to kind of create ideas, be able to refine them, and then also make a presentation publicly of your solution to things. So why should you participate? So this first team internship that we're doing in spring, we're going to be partnering with the City of Glendale as our industry partner. And the City of Glendale will present information about career opportunities and pathways to careers to work in jobs within the city, which are really good jobs. You'll also have some networking opportunities to meet city officials, to meet some different people that work with the city. And you'll also be able to make new friends and meet new people and work in teams with people. You also develop critical skills that are good for any job: critical thinking, problem solving, working with others, communication, design thinking, and public speaking and presentation. And the obvious thing, as you can see with the money bag, is that you get paid to do this too. So to make some extra money and have some extra money for any of your expenses. So as I mentioned, in spring 2022, we're going to be using, it's one of our existing relationships. And so that partner is going to be the City of Glendale. And their challenge is going to focus on sustainability and green initiatives within the city. And if you sign up and you're selected for this, you'll learn a lot more about what that is. The team of people that will help you through this is going to be me. My name is Mike Davis again. Again, I teach math at GCC, but I also work on a grant that's called Adelante GCC. Where the assistant coach will be a professor named Rachel Ridgway. She teaches in earth science and oceanography. And she's also working on a new other grant that's called BN in STEM. And then we'll also have a career counselor named Stephanie Yao available to help you navigate questions about career and how this internship could impact your career and your studies and what you want to take in classes in your major. We'll have someone there to be able to answer questions and lead you through career specific things. So the timeline and the dates that's important for this, we've already had 2 info sessions on the 10th and the 18th. We're going to have some more in December. From when the first info session is until early January is when the application period is. The application deadline is on January 5th. And after that, we'll go through the finalist selection. We'll do some short interviews over Zoom, and then we'll get people hired into it. And again, to reiterate, the program starts on Tuesday, February 22nd from 3 to 6 p.m. That'll include a training session, an introduction to your team, and a welcome dinner. As mentioned in the videos, the first 2 sessions involve the City of Glendale coming together. So the March 1st and March 8th will be from 3 to 6, and that'll involve the City of Glendale coming to work with you. And then the sessions will continue every Tuesday from 3 to 6 until it finishes on Tuesday, April 12th from 3 to 6 p.m., where all the teams will give presentations to the city, and the city will bring a panel of people to hear all of the solutions to this. So that's all I have to present today. If you have any questions and you see this video, you can contact me. Again, my name is Mike Davis. Here's my email. Pretty easy, mdavis@glendale.edu. And let me know if you have any questions about the program, and I'll try to get back to you as quick as I can. Hope you apply. I'm excited for this program, and I'm excited for you to be a part of it. Thank you.